Hello, I'm back and I am tired. It is morning and I didn't sleep all night, but I slept plenty yesterday and the night before. So I don't know. I don't know why I sleep so much because she sleeps so much because she's not allowed to do anything. Hmm. So I'm tired now and I want to stay up. So I probably will try to stay up today and I don't know, busy myself with I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Um I went grocery shopping and I picked up my food and I did everything. So I'm good for a couple weeks again and I'm working out my budget for next month and it's looking much better than it has in a long time. This is Father John. She's finally breaking the curse. She's going to break that curse completely. Finally. Anyway, so that's what's going on there. Just making my budget, and it looks pretty good compared to what it's looked like in the recent past. So yeah. What else? uh I might go to lunch with my friend who used to live next door, who used to come over for coffee every morning. We may go to lunch coming up soon at one of my favorite restaurants. And she's not allowed to say which one. Yeah, it could be any. Could be any of the restaurants I go to because I love all the ones I go to. Anyway, so we might meet up and but it's not for sure yet. It's not for sure because um she's busy. She's really busy. So that's why we always met at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning because once she starts her day, she goes, but she made it a point of coming over every morning and we had coffee. She would bring coffee, I would make coffee. We switched off and on, you know. But she makes the best iced coffee. Oh, it was so delicious. It was so delicious. She was so nice. She would just make me iced coffee and bring it. It's so nice. So nice of her. She is so nice, I mean to say, but but she's busy. She's a very busy person. And so it all depends on whether or not her schedule frees up. Uh, So if we have lunch, it all depends on whether her schedule frees up. Anyway, what else do I want to talk about? I want to talk about, I don't know yet. I'm thinking. My normal topics are gone. I can't talk about them. Um, you know, I was thinking about one of the drawings I did to paint, and it was the one with the vase and the twigs coming out of it with leaves on them, and half of the ones on the left hand side, yeah, left hand side, right hand side, no, left hand side, were were there, and the leaves on the other side weren't there. And I'm thinking to myself, right about now, it seems like a good idea to put to fill in the rest of the leaves, twigs with leaves. And but then I thought to myself, that painting, if it is mystic. And it is a very mystic drawing, not a painting. Mystic drawing. If it is a mystic drawing, then it's probably irrelevant now. And it's not irrelevant. It's very relevant. Am I allowed to paint it? No. Am I allowed to say the colors? No. Okay, so I can't even tell you what colors I was going to paint the leaves and the twigs and the vase. We will post a picture of it on her website for reference. Okay. Anyway, so I was thinking about that, and if I were to paint it, I would paint the leaves on the other side, and it makes me wonder, would the leaves still look the same as the ones I drew a year and a half ago, or 2 years ago? 2 years ago, would they still look the same, or would the leaves be different? And I don't know, and she's not allowed to draw anything, so I'm not allowed to touch that. So I don't know. I don't know if they would look the same, because it's 2 years later, and the twigs would definitely be filled in, but I don't know what the leaves would look like. And I don't know if I'd make any other changes except to make the lines more even. That's all I would do. Anyway, that is just something that was supposed to be a painting that never got painted, and I don't know. My first love, painting, and I can't do it, and I don't want to because of the mysticism and everything that comes out in the paintings. I don't want to. And she's not allowed to. At least not right now. So, let me show you. This watch, okay, I'm going to tell you a little story. Watches, I stay away from watches because they hold so much energy. And even for a while there, I couldn't even look at watches on the internet. There were used watches, if they had a bunch of them and they were used and they were selling them, I couldn't even look at them because of the energy watches hold. And watches hold tremendous energy. So you always have to be careful when you buy a used watch. Yeah. Anyway, I put this one on. Hold on. It's a Visage. It's vintage. I bet it's vintage, at least. I think it has crystals. Those are little diamonds. Okay, so it has little diamonds, and it's a Visage, and it is stainless steel. So I put it on, and I didn't feel anything negative. So I'm kind of afraid to continue wearing it because maybe that's energy from the watch. I don't know, but I'm kind of afraid to continue wearing it just because, of energy that comes out. So I'm going to take it off. I just put it on. I'm taking it off again. Yeah, I can't. I cannot with watches. I just can't because I pick up on all the energy. I pick up on so much, and, I can't. I can't. And I was saving my watch. I bought a watch in 2008, right after my divorce, and that's when I was going through all the suffering and all the pain and everything. And I wore it, for the longest time until the latch broke, and I stopped wearing it because it kept opening up and falling off of my wrist. So I stopped wearing it, but I kept it because I always said from even 2008 that the watch was keeping time until, and now the watch is gone. The watch disappeared last year, and she'll get the watch back. That watch is too dangerous to leave out in the open. We have it. Yeah, because wow, talk about pain and suffering that's on that watch. Pain and suffering and ridicule and all of that. Oh my gosh, all the hate from people. It's all on that watch. It's all on that watch, and anger and frustration from me and all kinds of stuff. Just, sadness and despair and um giving up and not giving up and standing up and falling down, and oh my god, there's so much on that watch that we cannot allow anyone besides Marissa to touch it. We don't even touch the watch. Yeah. You don't? No. No. We don't touch that watch. No one touches the watch. Okay. So, yeah. But now I probably won't wear that watch because I'm getting a feeling like I shouldn't. Like I shouldn't wear that watch. And I don't know if that's a spell from them or hypnosis or whatever. It is not. Marissa knows when she can wear a watch and when she can't. And since she feels this, we will not allow her to wear that watch again. Yeah. Watches. Watches, because they keep time and they keep track. And they do keep track. They keep track of emotions. Yeah. Wow. Anyway, so, yeah, because I was going to issue a warning. If you find that watch, don't touch it. Be careful. And you don't have to because we have the watch. Anyway, oh my gosh. All that is on that watch. And there's a lot of soft energy too. And very, very holy, holy energy. Anyway, so now I'm in search of a new watch because I like wearing watches. I do. I really do. My hair is crispy. Can I tell them what I use? No. Well, I use a gel that makes it crispy. Anyway, yeah, so I'm in search of a new watch. And it can't be used. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, watches. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like, because my mother always had tons of costume jewelry. And there were always, she had a lot, um, a bunch of watches, used watches, all put together in a box. And I couldn't even, I couldn't even look at it. And I can't. A lot of the times online when I'm looking through costume jewelry and I come across, a bunch of watches that are being sold as a lot, I get, I can't. I can't even look at them. I have to scroll past them really fast. Anyway, but that's just me, I guess. And it's a lot of people who pick up on it, but not as intensely as Marissa. And once again, we are letting everyone know you need to be very, very careful if you're buying a used watch. You need to be very, very careful. Yeah. So, that's the watches story. Watches. Ooh. Uh, one thing they gave me at the food bank when I went a few weeks ago, and I haven't finished yet, was a box of Reese's Puffs. Like Cocoa Puffs, but they're Reese's Puffs. And they're delicious. Oh my gosh. I keep them around me just like if I want something sweet, I just reach in there, grab a handful, and that's it, you know? Well, that's not really it. That's not really it. I mean, it's a lot more, like maybe 4 handfuls, 5 handfuls, but that's just between us. Don't tell Father John. Okay. Anyway, but I do, and or Father Mike, yeah, or any of my men, but I do have it here, so it's nice to have just to like munch on them every once in a while, and you have to be very careful, all of you out there, because they're full of sugar and they're full of fat and calories. Yeah. Yeah. I could never. I mean, I don't see myself ever sitting down and eating an entire box. I can't. It's too sweet, too much sweet. But it's a little bit here and there. It satisfies the sweet tooth in me. Yeah. Uh, what else? What else? So, I do want to make coffee. Not regular coffee. I don't drink regular coffee. I drink iced coffee with a little bit of coffee and a ton of creamer. So I asked my sister to pick up some creamer for me. So we'll see. Some sugar-free creamer. They used to have sugar-free hazelnut at Aldi. I thought I bought it there. You did, and still have they still have it, but they just don't let Marissa see it. Oh, yeah. So, anyway, but I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to think of topics to talk about. I can't tell you what kind of hair gel I use, but it makes my hair nice and crispy. But then once I lie on it and the crispiness goes out, the curl looks nice. The curl looks nice. It holds the curl really well. You know, um, when we were young, when I was a child, my father took us on road trips all the time. And I remember going to Boston. And when we were in Boston, we went to the beach, right? Yes, yes, you did. We went to the beach, but we went to the beach and I still remember because I love the beach, the smell of the beach and all of that. So I remembered that particular time too because it was so beachy. It was really beaching. The beach was beaching. And we collected a bunch of shells from and rocks from the shore and we brought them home and we went in the water. I was little, so, of course my parents were helping us and everything. But it started at a very young age. Marissa went to the beach even as a baby and her parents continued to take her to the beach. If it wasn't an ocean beach, it was Lake Erie here in Cleveland. But she was always at the beach. And I can't anymore. She will be able to go back to the beach. Yeah, I have to wear like covered up completely. Not just for modesty, but because no one wants. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Father John will make me confess again, and I don't want to confess over little things like that I don't want to sin and everything, I don't want to sin. So, but yeah, so I'll have a covered up bathing suit, and everyone else on the beach will be wearing modest bathing suits. Yes. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Excuse me, this is how tired I am. But it started at a young age, and I have right now my former next door neighbor left one of those big seashells that you can put to your ear. I have it out, and I have to find a nice place for it because I do love it, because it reminds me so much of the beach. Well, it comes from the beach, of course, and I want it out, but I don't have any place to put it. So I don't know. I'm thinking of one place right now, so we'll see. We'll see. But I want it out so I can pick it up every once in a while, hold it to my ear. I'll show it to you in one of the upcoming vlogs. I'll show it to you. Anyway, what else? But yeah, so it started as a young age. I still remember being 2 years old and going to Acapulco with my parents. And, Linda was a baby. Linda was a baby, and I was two. And, yeah. Yeah. Fond memories, fond family memories, family trips. That's the family trips. We took tons of family trips. That's one thing my parents did. They took us around, in the car. We always went in the car. We never flew. And, you know, just seeing all the sights, was nice. It was nice. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to end this vlog, and I'm going to say I hope everybody watching has a great evening tonight, and a great day today, and a good evening tonight, and things go your way. All right, bye.